Hello, my name is Krashi Vaya. Welcome to These Forbidden Fruits. And you know what? These aren't forbidden fruits anymore. These are noetic nectars. And so I had to write some things down. You cannot know it. I wrote experience it. But you cannot experience it in the mind until you feel it in the heart. If you have fear in your heart, then you will have a fearful mind. It comes from the who do you think you are. That's a lot of that. If you are asking someone who do they think they are, or if you're feeling like this person is just it's overboard. What are they doing? Like, why are they behaving this way? Usually it's because you have fear behind that. In your heart, you have fear that something that has happened before is going to happen again. That you're going to repeat the situation, or you're going to repeat the pattern, and you forget that you've already learned. And then you get that who do you think you are complex, and then they think, well, who the fuck do you think you are? And then the ripples. So bum. You can only manifest in the void. So the void of course moon has just happened, and you should check to see how long they are. This past one was quite a long one, and I didn't realize, but I really was manifesting in that void of course, and I even went into the void to manifest during that void of course moon, so I'm feeling pretty sneaky, sis. 1:44. I look at the clock. Anyways, do not make decisions, feel feelings. In order to sit at this tree of life, you have to accept yourself. Because if you don't accept yourself, then how are they even going to know to invite you to that table? How do you know they will even offer you that fruit? How do you know that you will even ever plant that seed or have that seed gifted to you? If you can't receive, then you can't. I don't know. Receiving is beautiful, but you also have to be able to give it. If you can't give out kindness and have kindness reciprocated, then there's a fear about you not accepting something about yourself. And it's creating fear in your mind, and you get that who do you think you are complex. And you kind of say that to yourself a lot too. Like, who do I think I am? I think I'm somebody that's just trying to help. And I always have to ask for help when I want it. And when I need it, I need to be very specific about it. And otherwise, it's like closed mouths don't get fed. But you shouldn't wait for your baby to scream and cry before you feed it. However, if it is screaming and crying, that may be one reason why. It also could have a shitty diaper. It also could be just damned uncomfortable, And I had a very, very happy baby. I had 3 very, very happy babies until it came to the fact that I had to stop breastfeeding them. And then they were not very happy babies anymore because, Nutramigen and these other pharmaceutical formulas, they're not mother's milk. And it killed me with my last one that I couldn't breastfeed anymore. But que sera. That's, there's bigger fish to fry. And it's not just what happened when she got home from the hospital. She's now almost 3 years old. She's a little over 2 years old right now. And I didn't even go to a birthday party so that she could see my grandma and my daughter. And it was especially important to me that she saw my grandma for one last time before my grandma goes. But how do I know that's going to be one last time? I was freaking out about this when I was in high school because my grandpa had passed. So I thought, my grandma's not going to be shortly, or my grandma won't go shortly after him, was kind of like that. And I mean, there are people that are passing away before their own parents, you know, and it's scary. It's really scary. I know the worst is over. The worst is over. We made it through, and there's no going back. I ain't going back. But sometimes I feel like I have. I just have to remember where I'm at, who I am, and believe in myself. And it's really hard to do sometimes when, you know, you're not hearing others cheer you on. And so I'm here to cheer you on, here to cheer me on, here to cheer us all on. We can do this. We've got this. Our latter days are greater than our former days. And as long as we can accept ourselves for what we have went through and accept ourselves for what we may have experienced putting others through, like, as long as we can forgive ourselves, then it doesn't matter if anyone else forgives us. They can hold a grudge their whole life. It doesn't mean that we have to continue to drink that poison. They're drinking their own poison. Because they beat themselves up too. They don't realize they're good people. That they know better and that they know how to do better. It's really not that hard. Worse things have happened. Harder things have been done, you know. Just taking care of yourself individually, like hygiene and shit like that, you know. It's kind of a big deal. I'm trying so hard to be optimistic. 7-Eleven. I just always find myself in a jam wherein I depend on someone else to help me, and then I forget about doing anything. Like, the one person that I'm around, 7:33. One person I'm around doesn't want to spend time with me. Well, then, I mean, I've gone at the other side of the door. If you couldn't hear that. Anyways, if the other person doesn't want to help me that I'm around and that I'm with, then that's on them. It's not on me. You know, I can take care of myself. It's just when I need help and I ask for it, it really hurts, 808. To know that they won't help me because they are still in the mindset that I haven't helped them. And it wasn't due to lack of trying. It has never been due to lack of trying. I am trying to help me too. And yeah, if you're worried about trying to help somebody else, why aren't you taking care of yourself? And why aren't you taking care of yourself? You should be taking care of yourself first and foremost. Now we wanted to come back to my Merkaba because it's my vehicle right now that's taking a big poop on me. And it's not really the vehicle itself, it's the battery. It needs a charge, you know what I mean? It needs that recharge of energy that says that, you know, it wants to go 911 when I look at the clock. It wants to go where it needs to go, and I'm trying to refill my cup at the same time trying to block out all the negativity that is around me, and it is really hard. It is really hard. It's one reason why some people don't like to be in public or be in crowds of people. It's hard to block out that energy, whether you believe that or not is up to you, but it should be believable. I mean, don't you feel the energy in a room between you and another person? Don't you feel like sorrowful if they're sorrowful, 10:01, or happy if they're happy, or is it only 10:10? Sad if you're sad. Like, is that the only connection that you have is feeding off each other's misery? Because eventually you're going to run out of misery. It's just going to be day-to-day shit, Like, what did you do today? It's that person that keeps asking you the questions that they already know. Or they already know the answer to, and they're just not listening. Like, sometimes I see the dog. Isn't that wonderful? But anyways, I digress. I just want to say I love you. And you're doing good. I know you're tired, and that probably didn't make any sense, but that's what you were told to say, I guess, or that's what you were being channeled, so 11:11 when I looked at the clock. Gosh, you guys, I had to come up and through Krista, right? I'm not sure who that one was, actually. That one wasn't Krista. That was kind of in another place and time. But it's okay. It's okay. Smoked a little weed tonight to relax. Then some people say that this shit makes you paranoid, which I guess it can in certain instances, 11:44. Or it can relax the hell out of you to where you realize, hey, I need to get back behind the driver's wheel. Oh, 11:55. I love you. I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.